It's a story News 4 Tucson told you first about, and mansion parties where young people were breaking into expensive houses that were empty and for sale. They would trash them and cause thousands of dollars worth of damage. However, a detective crossed the line and lied to a judge and had a family's two sons removed from their home by the Department of Child Services. In the end, it cost the state and the county $1.1 million that you paid for. News 4 Tucson's LUPITA Murillo has the story in this Digging Deeper report.
The family says the money will never cover the emotional and psychological scars they were left with, all because they chose to exercise their civil rights and asked that an attorney be present when their son was questioned by a detective.
It was all retaliation. It was all because we chose not to speak without a lawyer.
This goes back to 2016, when mansion parties like this one were occurring in expensive homes and sheriff's deputies were raiding them. Their son Zachary says he attended one party and stayed 30 to 45 minutes.
And so when I got there was a bunch of people already, and then I saw some kid ran through the wall from one room into another, and that's when I turned around and grabbed my friends and said, all right, we gotta go.
Were you the mastermind?
No.
Then Detective Ted Hardenstein accused him of being the mastermind of the mansion parties and told the parents that's why he wanted to question Zach. Zach wasn't refusing to talk, but just wanted his parents and an attorney present.
That's just something because you don't want them to take something you say and be like, oh, well, now that means that, even though it's not what you meant.
That's when the family's nightmare began.
Hartenstein decided that I'm gonna call DCS and try to get him taken away or try to get him to speak to me. And that's exactly what he did. He lied to do it.
A federal judge found that Hardenstein lied to a Superior Court judge.
Rather than going out and getting an arrest warrant, he goes out and lies to get a warrant to come search the house to try to find something because, like you said, he had nothing to begin with.
The former detective then pursued a juvenile dependency action against the parents based on unfounded allegations of neglect. KARL says as a father he felt helpless when their sons were removed from their home just days before Christmas in 2016.
One job is to keep your family safe, right? Provide for them and make sure they're okay.
What happened next still haunts his wife to this day. The younger son, who was 14, was placed in a group home.
Where he was bullied. Kids were telling him he was a white boy and to kill himself and jump off the roof. They were hitting him. They were taking couch cushions and sitting on his face.
Zach and his brother were returned to the parents within a week. However,
the worst part for me is how I feel about what happened to my little brother, because I feel responsible for that every day.
Gretchen and the younger son are undergoing counseling and are working on getting better. She has a message for the former detective.
You tore us apart and turned us upside down, and we're having to recover from it. It's not okay what you did.
Hardenstein resigned from the Pima County Sheriff's Department about a year ago.
His name went up on something called the Brady List, and he no longer can ever testify, and as long as he can't testify, he can't be a cop. And that's why he's no longer a cop.
As for the 3 DCS employees, the attorney says nothing happened to them. Digging deeper, Lupita Murillo, News 4 Tucson.